We are Carmen and Celia, and in this presentation, we are going to talk about Tim Burton and his marketing strategies. Tim Burton was born on August 25th, 1958. He is an American director, producer, artist, writer, and animator. He is known for his dark, gothic, and eccentric horror and fantasy films. Barton was an illustrator in the early part of his career and someone who's obviously drawn to stories about these are definitely not part of normal society. That makes sense, and when he had the opportunity to show that artistic and imaginative part of himself, that is no one of the reasons why he put so much effort in his movies. He is one of the most iconic Hollywood filmmakers. Tim Burton has developed a visual style so recognizable, often copied, frequently parodied, but never bettered. His Burtonesque world of sequid, angels, and twisted trees is the perfect accompaniment to his darkly humorous gothic tales of lonely outsiders. Burton's work frequently straddles the line between major blockbuster and quirky independent. Though lightened by humor and pitch-perfect amount of sentiment, these films reveal in the macabre, and there is no denying the darkness that underlines Burton's film's vision, even in the works ostensibly made for younger audience. Movies are a big industry, and much of their success hinges on the handful of 1 to 2 minutes movie trailers that promote them. There are some strategies that video marketers use to create a successful trailer. We are going to analyze two of Tim Burton's film trailers using some of their criteria. We are going to start with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. One of the strategies is to infuse emotion. How does this trailer do it? Marketing videos need to make the audience feel something. They do this by breaking down the whole movie into a trailer with a 3-act setup, where you introduce a problem, complicate it, and then bring it back home. This trailer infuses emotion because it follows the structure set before. The problem of Charlie's tragic situation is introduced. Then Willy Wonka gives a chance to everybody to get to know his fabric. The grand finale is when Charlie achieves his and his grandfather's dream of going inside Willy Wonka's fabric and discover the secret inside it. This is the story told in the trailer. This transmits a lot of feelings to the audience and makes them want to see the whole movie. Another strategy used is to begin with a powerful hook. How does this trailer begin? It begins with a powerful hook. The first image that we see is a long shot of the city. It creates mystery because it looks like the fabric is abandoned. The first sentences say, "Have you ever seen a single person going into that factory?" This creates mystery about what is going on inside the factory. We are going to continue analyzing Alice in Wonderland. The next strategy used is to create anticipation. Does this trailer create it? How does the trailer create it? It creates anticipation because when you see the Alice in Wonderland trailer, you want to see the movie afterwards. The trailer needs to leave out the best part while hinting at the grand finale. This trailer shows the most interesting parts of the complete film, so the audience gets excited and want to see the film. Using the same strategy that we saw on the other trailer, does this trailer begin with a powerful hook? Yes, it begins with a powerful hook. The trailer starts with, "There is a place like no place on earth." It says it with a very mysterious voice while showing images of that very unique place. There are some unexpected sounds such as words and screams to create intrigue. Marketing Batman changed the summer blockbuster forever. The poster was simple, but it was genius. The logo was giant, spilling off the sides of the page a clean, sparkling orange and black design. That was it. It didn't tell you what movie it was for. It didn't spotlight the prominent, marquee names of its stars or its director. It didn't have to. It was the most anticipated movie of the season, and that poster knew it. It knew you were waiting for that movie, and it contained one simple bit of information. You could see it on June 23rd. 25 years ago, and with the benefit of hindsight, it's easy to see how Tim Burton's Batman ended up being one of the most influential films of the modern era. That bat symbol was everywhere in the months leading up to June release. T-shirts, hats, keychains, two soundtrack albums, a tea-in paperwork novel, action figures with video games, breakfast cereal, soda cans, fast food cups, even candy bars. When the cash register stopped, Batman had rounded up $750 million in merchandise sales. That's more than the movie made. John Peters and Peter Gruber cobbled together a teaser trailer which appeared in the theaters at Christmas 1988, a full 6 months before the film's release. Batman toppled those records with a 3-day gross of $40.4 million. It crossed $100 million in 10 days and $150 million in 19 days. Dumbo wasn't a success because they didn't use the strategies properly. If Dumbo flops, it could represent a major disturbance in Disney's grand master plan. The corporator's recent buying spree has left other studios trembling and in this mouse-eared shadow. Can't help but wonder if Tim Burton's real target is Disney itself. His history focuses on a struggling little family circus whose prize assets attract the attention of megabucks. The villain of the piece, Michael Keaton's V.A. Vanderveer, is an entrepreneur who is in touch with this inner child and runs a huge amusement park with themed areas, roller coasters, and a world of the future. He started out as a junior animator for Disney in the early 80s. He made his first movie there, the 6-minute stop-motion short Vincent. But his aesthetic was clearly not fit for it, and he went it alone, with spectacular results. Until recently, at least now, like so many others, he's been brought to Disney Big Tent. He first with the dreadful Alice in Wonderland and its sequel, now with Dumbo. The climax of his movie, Burton, brings that tent crashing down in flames. You could see that has tableau attempt at subversion, but if Dumbo trips over its own ears at the box office, it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy.